Now, I mentioned the 5 versus 5 just now. You're in the unique position that you're completely neutral as regards to relationships with any of the fighters or promoters involved. So let me just quickly run through the 5 fights, and we'll
Yeah.
see who ends up the winner on your unofficial scorecard. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll start with the top heavyweight fights. You've got Zhang going up against Deontay Wilder. Who do you fancy in that one?
That's a tough one because if you're going on past performances, you say Zhang. I would still lean towards Zhang, even though he's there to be hit, but he can take a shot. But I know Deontay Wilder is. I've never seen anybody hit so hard, with so powerful. So I wonder what Zhang would be like once he's hit, because he will get hit by Wilder. But I'm going Zhang. I think we've seen the best of Wilder, and or maybe it was just a bad night. But I think now we've seen the best of him. So I'm going Zhang. So if Zhang's with Frank,
Yeah,
that's 1-0 to Frank. That's 1-0 to Frank.
1-0 to Frank. And also, Captain Wilder doesn't get his double points, unfortunately, for Eddie.
No, he doesn't. But the thing is, even if Wilder lost, there is still a fight out there that is going to happen, and that's obviously him against Anthony Joshua. That's obvious. That is going to happen, no matter what they say. That's going to happen.
All right, and then the other heavyweight fight on the bill, and there's a lot at stake in this one because it's for the IBF #1 spot as well, and that's probably the next mandatory that's going to be called. You've got Daniel Dubois coming off a good win over Jarrell Miller, going up against Filip Hrgovic, who hasn't looked great recently, but very, very solid fighter, very good amateur.
He's a decent fighter. He's a player in the game. So up there, you've at this level, no one's easy. No one's going to be coming in just to lose. It's the top level, and I need to beat him and beat him good, and take it away from him and go through him like a hot knife through butter, and that's what I have to do.
Yeah. So Daniel Dubois, I think I was so happy when he beat Jerome Miller because and he was tested at times to come through. And his character was tested, his heart was tested. But I would say this one would be 1-1 to 1-1. I think Daniel falls short because he's in against an opponent that has a stubborn determination. Yes, he has flaws in his character, but I just think he'll be too consistent, putting Daniel under pressure.
Okay, good. So that's 1-1, delicately poised. And then light heavyweight, if we're going down the divisions in order, you've got Craig Spider Richards representing Matchroom against Willie the Hutch Train, or Hurricane, I think it is now, Willie Hutchinson for Frank Warren.
Nah, listen, everyone's different, you know what I mean? You could be out the ring for 5 years and all of a sudden you pull out a punch-perfect performance. You can't go by any of that. He'll be at his best, I'll be at mine, and I'm sure I'll be getting the job done.
I'm going Craig Spider Richards. I'm going Craig Spider Richards because you have to get wisdom. You've got to go through experiences, both good and bad. I think this guy's earned his stripes. I think this guy's, if he's gonna learn from his experiences, now's the time where it's payback. And I think this is it. Hard fight. I could see it going the distance. But I'd say that would make it 2-1 to Eddie.
2-1 to Eddie, but then Frank Warren's captain, Hamza Shiraz, steps up against Amo Williams representing Matchroom. And for most people, I think, that I've spoken to, this is the closest to a 50-50. I mean, you could say they're all 50-50s, but this is the real tough one to call.
Yeah, of course. I think so, yeah. He does everything well. He's a great fighter, strong, got the American market behind him. And a win like this gets me out there. It gets me out there. It's almost like a coming out party. But yeah, June the 1st, I'm more than confident I'll have and do what it takes to get the win.
I'm going Amo. I'm going Amo because I've seen the development of this fighter. There's not much I can think negatively about him, bar experience. And so I would lean towards Amo. It's a good fight, a very good fight, and it's a definitely 50-50, so it can go either way. but I would lean towards Armo making it 3-1 to Eddie.
Wow. So in an unassailable lead now as well. But we'll still ask you about the fourth one just to see what the final score would be on your unofficial card. Nick Ball, very unlucky not to already be a world champion after that draw with Ray Vargas. Going up against Ray Ford, representing Matchroom, who won his own world title in spectacular fashion while behind on the cards against Kolmatov. That seems like a exciting fighting prospect.
I mean, well, they're two different fighters. Nick Ball is just gonna constantly pressure me, and because he has no other choice, he's only 5'2". He's got shorter arms. Otebek, it was a little more difficult because of his height. He had good feet work, good distance. So it's a little different. Be aggressive. Try to rough you up. Like I said, I like his mentality. I like how, he's willing to go to the trenches. So we'll see how that go. His team is going to, try to get in my head to make me fight the fight that they want me to fight, so it can suit him. So, we'll just wait and see. I might go in there and box. I might go in there and bang with him. I might do both. We never know. It all depends on, how I'm feeling the night of the fight. I definitely can go get in that pocket with him, though. So if he think he going to get in there and bully me like Ray Vargas, he got another thing coming.
Don't really know or care, to be honest. Just focused on myself and being the best version I can be, yeah. And that's what we always do. Just focus on ourselves and let them worry about us. Yeah, continue the momentum, yeah. And you'll find out when he gets in there with me, yeah. They all say this and that before the fight, but once they're actually in the ring with me, it's a different story.
I'm going Nick Ball. Nick Ball, I saw this man. I looked at him and then looked at the fight in him. I thought, for the size of him, to do what he did, to put his opponent under such pressure, I thought, wow, you are a lot stronger. You are a lot more aggressive. You are a lot more determined than what anybody could ever give. And when I saw him in action, I'm saying that this makes it 3-2. Because I believe Nick Ball pulls it off. I think Nick Ball I underrated him. And when I saw him first time, I thought, oh, I get it. I see it. And he's such an honest pro. So
3-2 to Eddie overall. And I think what we've learned more than anything is that both have picked probably the wrong captains.
I believe that. I believe that, but it's interesting. I hope it's not the last of this kind of clash. But when there's a lot of money on the table, these guys, this is the only way you're going to get these guys, promoters, to work together, because the fighters want to fight each other. It's no slant on the fighters. Not fighting big. It's the fighters do, but it's the businessmen behind the fighters that are usually to blame. But it's business, and boxing is a sport, becoming a sport. Boxing is becoming business disguised as a sport, and that's what it is.